message, and then when you
Right.
see like the Trumpers turn on Trump when he's like shaking hands with Yahoo, like it's crazy.
One thing
Well,
about
what's
Bernie Sanders,
interesting
though,
is
is
that
that I
no
think
one.
that he's actually more committed. I think he's actually more committed to certain like good policy than his voters are. Like like at the end of the
No
day,
one's
he's
gonna.
been forced in the last year, forced, or at least he's chosen to sort of like give up and align himself with Biden and push him whatever the fuck he's doing nowadays. Um, but at least it seemed like for a brief moment he had like some sort of like intention and like momentum behind him to actually do something that was class based, that was like a class based politics. While
No.
his followers, they as soon as he lost, they just sort of like gave up and like went to retreat again, like
So,
to like established candidates again.
so I think what's happening right now. First of all, no one's going to accept the. This is what makes it potentially like extremely volatile and violent. Is that no one's going to accept the election either way, right? It's so polarized, and when it's polarized, you can expect violence. But another thing that the Democrats seem to be working on, it seems like they're staging a military coup against Trump.
They are
Recently,
not staging a military coup.
no, I think
No.
they're trying to make Trump seem like he hates the military.
Our,
Recently,
our
I
our
think.
No.
military wouldn't even. This is one thing I can definitely say about us. Our military wouldn't even coup for Trump if he lost the election and Trump said
Yeah,
hold them
yeah,
back. They would
yeah.
get him out of there.
Where do
No,
you get
but
that
like,
No,
why?
idea?
the left is creating their own military. They got
No,
Antifa.
you're
They got
not.
Black
They
I
Lives
wasn't even.
Matter.
I wasn't even.
It's
I
not
said
Bolivia.
one
shut
word,
up.
and everyone says. I said like one word. Everyone interrupted to me and told me like why it was not the case, right?
Shut
Look,
your
I'm
mic.
just saying. I'm looking at the media and the rhetoric. It seems to be like trying to make Trump look like he hates the military. That's setting him up for like the military, and I think that in the deep state, whatever that means, right? Yeah, I think they want to get rid of his ass. I think all these different. So I think there was like three coup attempts. There was the RussiaGate, right? There was the Floyd, George Floyd situation, and then all of a sudden, what happened? COVID
And
19,
the
How was
phone
and all of a
call.
sudden,
Russiagate?
no one,
How was Russiagate
no
a
one
coup
cares.
attempt?
So
No, let me just
I
finish.
don't. I just want to
Okay, so
understand.
you're gonna interrupt. Let me finish, and then you can respond. It's just courtesy, right? So, so we had the RussiaGate, right? After the RussiaGate, we had the COVID-19, and then George Floyd, and all of a sudden the media didn't care about wearing masks. They didn't care about social distancing. They encouraged rioting and civil unrest among throughout the entire country, right? So I think the COVID-19 is bullshit for the most part. I don't think it's a very dangerous virus. I think it's being
You're
used
crazy.
to they're basically waterboarding us
Mm,
to we tap out. That's
yeah,
what's happening.
I don't
Okay, so you
understand.
think Russiagate was a coup attempt?
He thinks RussiaGate. I was
It
just
was a
going to
way,
ask.
yeah.
How is it a coup
How do you
attempt?
come to
Shut up.
that conclusion?
It was
And
much. It was just much about. It's much ado about nothing.
you got
Wait,
to
and
shut
also,
up.
like, saying has nothing. How is I just want to catch this first one. So you think that how was RussiaGate gonna lead to the removal of Trump from office? Out of curiosity,
Well, the idea was to promote. I guess
I
I
didn't
don't
ask
think
you a
that that
question. I
was.
asked Dio a
What are you
question.
talking about? They were yeah. They were trying to impeach him on that.
No, they weren't.
Based on
Aha!
No,
You
no, they
idiot!
weren't.
Calm down. Calm
No, they
down.
won't.
Yeah.
They were gonna impeach him. They were gonna impeach him for Ukraine. Somebody doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I misspoke. Sorry,
But but
but the
but
Russian
but
Russia
like
was also it was a way to undermine. It
Awesome.
doesn't really matter, right? Just
Well,
because you
it
got me on like
doesn't
one
matter.
like
Well,
one.
No,
words
because we can talk.
matter.
No, because Dio, because
I
it's
don't
a
know
step build. Because
why
we
do you
can
sound like
prove. So if you
you're
don't know
unstable.
that,
Why do you
we
sound so
can build
unstable?
on
Just calm
building
down.
blocks. Because it means you probably know even less. So what do you think happened
No,
with the Ukraine incident? What happened there?
what I know is something to do with like Biden, and I know that Biden and his son worked and was making a lot of money in Ukraine,
Yeah, what does
and then
Biden's son
Trump.
have to do with the Ukraine investigation?
Well, I think Trump. If I remember, I don't remember every single thing, right?
Yeah, so
I'm
what you're
just
talking about
saying.
was what Trump said after the Ukraine investigation, right? Because after they looked into it,
Yeah,
right, and found out that he literally said, hey, if you guys do an investigation into the Bidens, right, to get evidence
right.
against
That's not
Biden while he's
true.
putting,
That's not
this is
true.
completely true. You can read, hold a
Yeah,
second,
but,
No, you're
you can
lying.
literally
You're a
read the
total
intelligence
liar.
reports.
well, you sound look. You sound unstable.
No, that's not what happened.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
That's why
trying
it's
to.
Trump
absolutely
no
I'm
what
not.
happened.
longer Trump no
I'm not
no
trying to.
longer wants to be listened to when he's on the phone, and that's
I'm
why.
not
It's
trying
because
to defend Trump, right? I just think that you sound a little unstable. You think that I'm defending Trump. I'm not. I'm just simply saying you can't look at the media today and think that there's not like a coup attempt against him, right?
The
Well,
media
You're
it's not
can't
a
just
coup
coup
you're
Trump.
attempt.
crazy. Like I don't even like Trump.
Like
It's
the thing that makes this so damning is it's so bad. You've got to the point where you have Senate Republicans doing two-face on national television. So if you read, and I can show you this, if you read the Senate Intelligence Committee reports, they've conceded to pretty much all of the claims. They've conceded to the claims that there was, like, all of them. So they've conceded to the claims that there were connections between the Trump campaign and Russia. They've conceded to the claims that the Trump campaign asked. Not only did they have connections with them, which is what the Mueller report concluded, they asked them to do things further, which is the conclusion of this.
What? Everything you're saying is a lie.
Oh, really? Do you want to look at the Senate Intelligence Committee report where it literally says the Trump campaign worked with Russia? Do you want to read that exact line?
No, they didn't. They didn't. You're a liar.
Literally signed by David Nunes.
You sound so unstable.
Not the way you're portraying it.
Bacon,
You're a liar.
Bacon, it doesn't really matter because this is not unusual for presidents to do. I mean, we do that with Israel constantly. I mean,
wait, what?
This is just silly. All it's happening.
When have we ever done that with Israel?
All that's happening, right? All that's happening right now is that because it's just like when you let some people get away with the crime, but if there's somebody you don't like committing a crime, then you
point to the who did this.
That's
point
what's
to who
happening,
did this.
right?
Could you point to the foreign? Could you point to the foreign agents in the Obama administration? Could you point to the foreign agents in the Bush administration? Because I can point to two in the Trump admin.
Yeah, you know that you can do it with Israel.
Yeah, point to the foreign agents in Obama or Bush's administration. I'll wait.
The Israel lobby. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's not a foreign agent. Name the foreign agents that are not dual citizens, that are literally just, it doesn't matter what their citizenship is, are foreign agents of that country. Point me to them.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question again?
Okay, so I'll give you a hypothetical, right? Just so you understand what I'm asking you. So
Wait,
let's say, no. I'm actually gonna help you because I'm gonna give you something that you could have said. So let's say there's an Israeli American, right, who's the Secretary of State for George W. Bush, right? And this Israeli American is getting money from Israel, and then he lobbies the American government to say, "Hey, maybe we should do this invasion for Israel." That would make him a foreign agent. Now, could you point me to the person in the Bush or Obama or Clinton or any other previous administration that did that?
No, not at the moment. No, I couldn't. But I think we're getting like sidetracked.
Yeah, Google it. Because it didn't fucking
but I think we're getting sidetracked because like let's just like put that on like hold and let's just go to like another situation, right? That's more interesting. The media was pushing like social distancing, they're pushing like us wearing masks, and then the George Floyd situation happened, right? And all of a sudden riots were being promoted. No one, you didn't have to social distance. It was weird, like literally overnight.
Who was promoting riots?
Like why? And by the guy,
Dio, hold up, Dio.
Yeah.
You see what just happened? You said something. Somebody asked you to substantiate what you said, and you couldn't, and said, "Hold on, let me finish this." And you're saying more things that if someone wants you to substantiate, you don't want to. It's kind of weird.
No, I said.
Yeah, so I think with the previous conversation, I
don't know. We're getting caught in the particulars and not generally what's going on. And I don't want to get caught in the weeds. That's what I'm trying to avoid, right? No.
Yeah, you don't want to get caught.
I'm not trying to defend Trump, so stop acting like I'm doing that, right? What I'm trying to say is obvious that the media has this huge bias against Trump, and it's really interesting and kind of weird that they hate Trump so much, right? Like he's not like that far right. So what explains this? Like why do they? I don't think the COVID-19 that big of it. I don't think the COVID-19.
Yeah. So what explains it is complete utter incompetence. What explains it is like illegal behavior to a degree we've never seen. I don't want to say we've never seen. Like Reagan and Nixon did some crap, but that we haven't seen in decades, right? I actually think that makes perfect sense because if you look at the media fervor, if you look at the media fervor around those same. Wait, because they didn't do anything illegal. Are you talking? Oh, you want to bring up another thing you don't know what you're talking about. You want to bring up the DNC acts against Bernie. Do you want to bring up that
you don't think Bernie got screwed in that?
I don't think they did anything illegal, and I don't think they are paid by a foreign government. And I'm glad he got screwed. He's a terrible candidate. But they didn't do it. So these aren't comparable. So what the DNC did is something that they are allowed to do, legal. It's part of their the way that their organization is set up. None of the Democratic Party and the Republican Party do not have to honor elections. They don't have to honor when you go to vote in a primary election. They don't have to honor that. That's like an optional thing that the parties choose to do. So all the little specific machinations, whatever the DNC did or did not do, because some of them are just made up, against Bernie Sanders, there was a there was a lawsuit, and the conclusion of the lawsuit was, well, yeah, technically, what you did is kind of like, I don't know, sinister or whatever. It was definitely like biased against Bernie, but it's not actually illegal. It's not a violation of any of the rules, regulations of the DNC. Whereas the things that we're talking specifically that Trump did, they are illegal. Dude, people. Well, let me clarify. Not that Trump did. That people in the Trump admin did. They are illegal. That's why they're in jail. Holy shit!
You understand what I mean? You understand what I mean by like I can me enforcing a law is just going to be like my preference, right? If I have the power, right? So if I'm like the deep state and I allow like other people to get away with it, and I just choose you because I particularly don't like you. I mean that's what.
Oh my, that's true. But it's a lot easier to go after people that break the law than people that don't. Which might be explaining part of why the media is doing
impossible. Like, do you understand like how complicated the law is? You know how easy it is. I bet like all of us break the law constantly on a daily basis without even.
Yeah, but it's about degrees. It's a difference between I stole a candy bar and I drove a car into someone's house and then shot up everybody in the building. Right? Those are two different things, two different orders of magnitude.
Oh no, I agree. I don't think that they're equivalent. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, but it doesn't really matter. Like I don't want you to think I'm defending Trump because I think he's a neoliberal or he's not far from a globalist. I mean, I think
what it sounds like is you're building a conspiratorial narrative against journalists, and there just doesn't need to be one. Journalists are bad. You don't need like some weird conspiracy about it.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like, well, I'm not even trying to put it in that terms. I'm just simply saying, like, they've reached the point where they're creating a country that's becoming so unstable that, yeah, I think it's very possible that we could have a civil war in the next 10 years, or, sooner than that. And I don't mean like civil war, like, in 18 whatever. I mean, like, I don't know how this war would take place, but yeah, I do
like
think
some dumb cultural bullshit you think of.
no, I don't think it's be culture. No, I think people
Like
will lose. A lot of people will lose their lives, and people die. I'm not saying that, right? I don't, because I think you're just trying
On a
to
side
name
note,
it that in order
the
to
Physics Magazine concluded that the three towers that fell down on 9/11, World Trade Center and Building 7 and all that, was controlled demolition.
Very nice.
That's according to Physics Magazine.
You guys don't think they were close to a civil war?
No.
There's something interesting though.
No, man, like that's some Jordan Peterson cultural Marxists are trying to take over America bullshit.
No, you're just saying that in order to undermine my statement.
But there is something interesting though in the idea that like there is something unprecedented about the behavior of the Trump administration besides like technical definitions of illegality, whatever. I'm talking about immorality, destructiveness, and so on, and like.
Yeah, but the thing about it, Young, is that no one's going to accept it. No one's going to accept the outcome of the election.
I'm not talking against you. I'm not talking.
No, I know you're not.
I was about to say that. No, I don't know if I don't think that like the military is going to be mobilized into like doing anything. I don't think that's the case. I don't think Joe Biden is problematic enough for anyone for like. Well, or like vice versa, Trump is problematic for anyone enough like for the military to go.
One possible scenario is that, like, unlike the Brooks riot that we had in Florida, right, for Bush, we could have a similar thing, only this time instead of GOP operatives, it would be militia members who would be willing to do a lot of violence, and that could get really bad.
I thought we were talking about like some sort of coup situation. I don't really think that something like that is likely at all. But yeah.
No, I think that the sort of Brooks Brothers style riot that we had with Bush is possible, only this time with militia members instead of GOP operatives. I think that's possible. It's also they have the state pretty much locked up the state supreme courts for places like Wisconsin and other places that could be tipping points, and they could those places could rule in a close election. They could rule in favor of Trump instead of Biden.
All right.
Yeah, so they could like nullify the election that way.
I just don't know like what the plausibility of these things are. I guess impossible. But
It's fairly plausible
For
since
the
that's
election
what
to
they
be over.
have. They have people, you know, they have dominating the state supreme courts. So in certain localities where it could make a difference if there was a contested election.
presumably, if you're like into legalism, you probably wouldn't have a problem against that, right? That doesn't seem like some illegal operation or anything like that. So I was
I
more
didn't
so talking
understand
about
most of it.
some
You're
like.
just mumbling.
Don't get pissy though.
No, but I can't understand it when you mumble. Like
Don't
I can't
don't
understand it.
don't,
I'm trying to
cry
listen.
though. Don't cry though. Yeah, okay. Just calm down. Sit down, Brenda. I was saying that if you're into legalism, it doesn't seem like you'd have a problem with that. Doesn't seem like that's something illegal. Did you catch that, Brenda?
It would be legal, but that would be a way of legally turning an election for your benefit, right?
Right, correct.
Brenda catches
we
a
were
lot of
talking
things.
about, right, so we were, I think what we were commenting on with Dio before was like some sort of like not
No, but the reason why I was saying that, Jan,
process.
is because no one's got.
Dio's paranoid. He's got paranoid
No.
conspiracy theories.
I'm not insulting anybody. I don't know why you guys want to, I'm talking about Young, but why you're insulting me, right? I'm just simply saying that no one's going to accept the outcome of the election, and that creates a very volatile situation.
You're objectively paranoid. You think that Russiagate was a coup attempt.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So we're just going to do the ad hoc.
Yeah. No, it's not an ad hom. It's just an assessment of where you are. These are flat out conspiracy theories brought on by paranoia. That's it. They aren't even remotely connected to reality.
Hold on a second. Wait. Let me just ask the room. Does anybody believe that like this election, whether Biden wins or Trump wins, is just going to be a smooth transition to power? Does anybody believe that?
Of course
No,
not. You're gonna
no,
have a
not
bunch
at
of
all.
people. You're gonna have a bunch of uninformed idiots like you in the streets.
No, that's not true. Whenever Trump wins, all the leftists are going to be out on the streets rioting, burning things like they are now.
No, it's gonna be fine. America's gonna be fine.
Yeah, okay, we'll see about that.
That is one thing I can't wait for. Respectfully to everybody in here and their intelligence, I can't wait for this election to be over so everybody involved in civil war can go home and go their regular lives and it be fine. I can't wait for that.
Well, what do you think the outcome will be? What do you?
50 states on fire. It's gonna be fine.
The outcome is going to be Trump is going to win, and all the leftists are going to lose their mind, and they're going to start a revolution.
I don't think Trump is going to win, but I don't think a revolution is going to get started.
I think it's possible. I think it's within the realm of possibility.
I think we're already in a soft civil war. All right, like don't sit there and say I don't know how old you are.
What do you mean?
But this is not normal.
War?
This isn't even close to a civil war. What are you talking
about? It's like I think that this is.
Hold on. How long have we been in a soft civil war?
I don't know.
Have you not noticed what's going on around you?
I don't know when the fucking date started, dude. But I don't mean to be rude to you, but I'm saying.
I'm saying this.
But let me finish. Let me finish, please. You asked me a question.
No, it's Shamos. You can be rude to him.
Well, the U.S. is a lot bigger than uptown Minneapolis. I'll just put it that way.
Right, and like one other thing is that like supposedly like these riots or whatever, for it to be like a factional war that's like backed by any political power, you'd have to think that like these parties are like committed to like backing these rioters, for instance.
They are. They have been.
They're not committed. They're like
sure they are.
Recently, they're like completely well. Up until
they turned down help from Trump.
Can you shut the fuck up though when I talk, please? Like especially as of recent, the Democrats have been like backtracking incredibly on their like nominal support of these riots. They don't give a fuck about these people, right? They're like if you think that these are sort of like fast end alliances that these parties have, like you're just delusional. Like if you don't think that like the day that
Sure.
Biden gets in office, if any of this continues, that shit's gonna be like shut down and like or like attempted to be shut down in the same way that it's been. You're just insane.
Look, first of all,
Oh, go
jeez.
ahead. Go ahead.
Look, if Biden wins, that's right, because the right doesn't throw a hissy fit like the left, so there's probably not going to be riots and stuff in the streets. Second of all, the way the left has been supporting these riots is whenever Trump offered to help and stop these riots and this looting, they turned it down.
Of course.
Flat out turned it down.
Yeah. Yes. We turned down tanks in the street.
Yeah, and they call it fascism. And no, there was no tanks in the street. You're making things up. You're retarded. Tanks in the street.
Predicting,
Trump put tanks in the street. You're an idiot.
Bacon, are you predicting then that if the election goes to Biden, that the right will graciously accept the results of the election? Is that what you're predicting?
That's right.
Yeah,
we're going to check for fraud because there's going to be fraud. It's obvious. We found fraud in the last election.
Yeah. Like they graciously accepted Obama's election, right? They accepted that just.
Yeah, they did. I voted for Obama. What are you talking about?
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about
Sure
the right.
Did.
I'm not talking about the right in general.
No, they did accept. Were they throwing hissy fits in the streets and rioting and looting like they are now? No, they didn't.
They called him. They didn't think he was even a legal citizen. What are you talking
about? He's not. He was born in Kenya. He's a Muslim.
No, he wasn't.
This is false. This is another piece of stupidity. So let's create two hypothetical scenarios, right? So the hypothetical scenario, he was born in Kenya. His mom is still American, still a citizen. You're dumb. He wasn't born in Kenya. You're still wrong. So either way we look at this, you're wrong and you're dumb.
Also, did you just like
American citizen?
But did you forget like the Tea Party shit, Bacon? Did that not happen or something? Like, do you think that
he's not an American citizen? He was born in Kenya.
Do you think that like right wing people like are just like?
I don't know anything about the Tea Party.
Yeah, how did you guys not? Did you guys still not believe that Barack Hussein Obama was actually a secret member of the Muslim Brotherhood?
This is like really stupid.
Yeah, you're really cringe, Astra.
Yeah,
You're
I'm just
dumb
saying. I'm just saying. Like you guys haven't seen people behave differently where you guys live. I'm just asking a question.
Shit, I broke my water bottle.
People are definitely acting differently where I live.
I believe the left-hand propaganda that Obama's not a Muslim. See, I can do the same thing.
Yeah. So, do you have any proof that Obama's a Muslim?
Any proof that I gave you, you'd reject. So there's no use to
wasting
my
because I'm not gonna accept Obama praying and a Muslim.
You're not gonna accept anything. You're not gonna accept anything.
I'll tell you what I will accept.
You won't accept anything.
I'll tell you what I'll accept. I'll accept him sitting on a prayer rug praying towards Mecca. Right? If you can get me that, I'll believe you.
Okay, how about him bringing somebody in praying right in the what was it, Congress or whatever wherever they have the whatever. Fuck, my mind went blank.
Yeah, that was
where they read the Quran. They prayed the Quran. Yeah,
Obama prayed to the Quran.
Like that's like
he was
just
praying
saying,
on the Quran.
But that's like saying that Justin Trudeau is like 7 different nationalities because he dresses up as other cultures.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's soft spoken here, guys. What's up?
Yeah, Trudeau.
Oh shit, Lee. What's up, Lee?
My name's soft spoken.
Like this stuff is just
okay, Lee.
Doesn't really matter whether or not like
soft spoken. He seemed like a really cool guy.
People like Bacon. He just like feels like Obama was like an infiltrator and therefore he's a Muslim. It's not based on like anything factual. He just feels it.
Well, look, I voted for Obama the first time I believed him. I was all for hope and change. And then evidence started coming out, but because
evidence.
Because
evidence of what?
What evidence?
Evidence of what?
Yeah, I think he's trying to say that he was enchanted with his actual policy or whatever, like what he was
what policy?
I don't know what policy. I have no idea. I don't know anything. I got blinders on.
Are you?
Well, I'm not.
That's like your opinion. That's why I'm asking you what policy.
Go look for yourself.
I'm asking you what policies you disagree
No,
with.
no,
I might agree.
no. I'm not
might
giving you
agree
shit.
with the
Fuck off.
policies. That doesn't make any
I don't
sense.
care. Fuck off. I don't give a shit. Fuck off. Fuck off.
Bacon, I know
Oh,
flat
Bacon's
earthers that are
kryptonite is
smarter than
method.
you.
This is awesome.
So every single person who believes conspiracy theories like RussiaGate didn't happen, like there's literally not a Senate
No, you're
intelligence
missing.
letter
No,
to
dude,
the
listen,
director
you're
of
missing the
national
point that I'm
intelligence
trying.
right
You're
now,
missing.
signed by Senate Republicans.
You're missing
that
the
says there was
point.
collusion, right?
You're missing. I'm missing the point. It's what people perceive, and people are acting differently. I don't know about your neck of the woods, but people are acting fucking weird over here.
Yeah, I think people are acting pretty crazy, but I don't think that's to the exclusion of any of the things that I just said.
It doesn't really matter. You're not seeing
Nobody
the forest
heard
for the
you.
trees, right? Like you're not seeing. It doesn't really matter whether Trump did it or didn't do it or whatever. The fact of the matter is that people who support Trump believe Trump. People who don't support Trump don't believe Trump. It doesn't really matter what the facts say, right? And the fact that it's causing this much polarization is a dangerous situation, right?
Yeah, I think one of the main causes of this, right, is the polarization of the media, because now people can look at these media outlets that are specifically biased and tailored to their interests, so they can only get that news. Whereas before, you only had a few outlets, and these outlets generally tried to remain, I don't know, like centered. So if something like ridiculous and absurd happened, like for example, the president sending in a bunch of people to break into the opposing party's office, right, and then collect information, right, then pretty much everybody knew that happened, so it wasn't a dispute. Whereas if that happened now, people would be like, actually, it's a Democrat conspiracy to turn the country.
Are you talking? Wait. I think so. Austria. Are you talking about? Whenever Obama put the FBI, sent one of them into the White House to spy on Trump?
Oh, this sounds interesting. So, do you think Obama ordered FBI agents to spy on Trump? Is that true?
That's hilarious.
I'd like to see documentation on that.
Yeah, is that true?
Go
Is that
find
the
it.
right now? Because that's not even what
Go
they
find
claim.
it.
That's not even the actual.
I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not wasting my time. Look, I'm telling you what's
So, do you want
going
to know what
on.
actually happened?
You're not going to believe it, no matter what I
So,
say.
Bacon, do you want to know what
Even
actually
if I showed
happened?
you proof, you wouldn't believe
so
it.
there were FBI
I know
agents
what happened.
investigating specific people in the Trump campaign, right? Specifically with connections with Russia. So we can go with one of them. So one of them was a connection with
Yeah, and they found nothing.
They did find something. That's the funniest shit. That's the funny part. They actually found
The
something.
shit they found. The shit they found had nothing to do with Russia.
It did have to do with Russia. What are you talking about?
No, it didn't.
Okay, so are you going to deny? Are you going to deny?
All the people,
Are you gonna
all
deny
those 6
that
guys that
Michael
were
Flynn tried to warn the
prosecuted,
Russian ambassador about the
all
sanctions?
those 6 guys that were prosecuted, under Trump, it had nothing to do with Russia.
Okay, so you don't think? Hold a second. Are you talking about the prosecutions?
He's conflating a lot of stuff. You know what's really interesting there, Astra, is that you can ask Bacon is like asking a flat earther for flat earth science, right? They got nothing.
Well, actually, even if I gave you evidence, you would just dismiss it. I've
No,
learned
not
this.
at all.
I've been in this. Hold on,
no,
Boris.
I'll
Wait.
research
I've
it.
been in this community. Oh, I know, Boris. Listen, I've been in this community for 3 years. I know how it works here.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. I asked her for. I've researched everything everyone's ever presented to me, and 90% of the time, they'll give me some website somewhere with no citations, and it's just opinion, and they've only read the headline too, and usually the story isn't even about it. It's crazy.
But although the thing about the media, I really didn't understand what you were saying, Method. It doesn't seem to me like.
So the thing is that Trump himself is evidence of things that are true. Like, why has he never ever said anything bad about Putin ever? When Putin is like the.
Do you know how many sanctions that we have on Russia? Do you know how many sanctions are on Russia? Trump has been harder on Russia than any president.
Yeah, that's a meme. Young, what were you saying?
It's not a meme.
The thing about the media somehow being like exclusive, like in some exclusive way divided today or something.
I'm not saying it's exclusive. I'm just saying it's more polarized than it used to be.
Also, I don't understand how that's necessarily like a bad thing. Like, it doesn't seem.
Well, I don't think it's a bad
preferable-
thing.
What?
I don't think it's inherently a bad thing.
No. I think most people on the right and the left are going to say polarization is good in order for it to like.
Well, I wouldn't say that either. I would just say it's not inherently bad. My only issue with it is because you're entering a situation now where it's like a catch-22. If you look at the actual Congress votes, you look at reports released by Congress, there's pretty much a bipartisan effort. There's pretty much a bipartisan effort for the most part on like national security and defense issues right now. So it just seems really weird when you have like the media playing politics on defense issues and then politicians having to play lip service to what the media is saying versus what they're actually doing in terms of their votes and their like the report releases. That's the only issue I have with it.
Right, but like the thing is that like the media, like media sort of outlets, whatever be they magazines, whatever the fuck, or TV, blah blah blah. Like it sort of seems like it's not that different. It's like they're like they have their party allegiances and then like coalesce around issues that are uncontroversial, like the way the media coalesced fully with the Soleimani shit and with the Trump shit. All the liberal media didn't fucking oppose anything about that; they just coalesced around it, right? Like with it doesn't seem like there's much of a difference than like any other like historic point in America, right? It just seems like there's like more general animosity maybe, but like not any difference in the way they function or something.
We're dead.
Yo. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say I'm so happy that we have smartphones because I can record when a bitch is being a bitch, and if the cops ever show up, I can be like, dude, I got the evidence. But you know, you just think about all those poor bastards that got put in jail, like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Are people acting weird around you, Dio?
Are you kidding me? I'll go to the gas station. People are like getting like violent with each other. Yes, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Something happens. Nothing like that ever happens where I live.
Yeah.
Well,
you
I
don't,
mean, it just
you don't
depends on
think
where
it
you
could
live.
be
I think it's
you don't think it could be the armband you're wearing?
I might. You're really funny.
Or the tiki torch he's carrying.
Or probably
think
the
you're just-
hairstyle you have.
I think you're just. Oh my god, I'm getting like fucking taken down by a bunch of fucking transsexuals. This is great.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
You guys are all trans. Brenda, fucking
Yeah,
what's her name?
Yeah, we're all trans in here.
This is
Hagar.
like, oh my god. This is like fucking like hell on earth.
What is
God, I
it with
can't- I
you?
hope
Like,
they're
wait, what's your actual objections to trans people? What is wrong with you?
I think you guys are fucking mentally ill.
He thinks they're
How are you
disgusting.
mentally? Wait, how are
So,
trans people mentally
why are you
ill?
asking for actual objections from Dio?
Well, just because I know he won't substantiate his claim and he'll look like a clown, and I just think it'll be funny when he comes up on YouTube.
They're really gross. I
don't
see
wanna
them on
talk about
television
that,
and porn, and it grosses me out. I was watching this one
Yeah.
video with this like really hot woman, but then she flipped over and she had a penis.
Yeah, you guys are
Exactly.
fucking. Oh wait, I don't
He
even have to
likes-
give like a fucking
likes-
a solid argument. You guys are fucking weird, all right? I don't like you.
Yeah,
you're
you
fucking
like-
Yeah, you're
weird.
weird.
all right?
You like Blair.
Yeah, you're like
you like
you're the
Blair
only people
White.
it's socially acceptable for you to make fun of anymore besides women. Ah!
You like Blair White, don't you, Dio? You like Blair White.
No.
I think I remember
Are
him crazy.
Austrian Luca brothers or something?
You mean Luke?
No.
Luca. I said Luca.
Yeah. So Luke.
Yeah,
Luca.
exactly.
Luca.
Luke.
Okay, is this person brain
Luca.
damaged? Holy fuck!
You know, the guy who lives
They're the same
there.
I
person.
said
They're
Luca.
the same person. Stupid.
Why Luke, dumbass?
Oh my god,
Walmart.
dude. Jesus Christ. Anyway, no, we're not
Doesn't the
related at
Bible,
all. He
doesn't
hates
the
me,
Bible say that like when the end times when good has been turned into evil, evil has been turned into good? I mean,
No, you keep reading
yeah.
like these weird passages that talk about like
yeah,
good and evil,
no, but
like,
it's like I'm also thinking of like I'm also
outside
thinking
of
of
the fucking
Shakespeare's.
fantasy storybook that you keep going on.
No, but I'm thinking of like also like Shakespeare's Macbeth when he's like when the witches,
Do
the
it.
three witches are like,
That's a play.
well, let me finish. Where the three witches are like
And then
fairies.
that's
I
Foul,
realize the best
foul.
case
Shut
scenario
up,
would be
shut
if
up.
Muslims took Venice from the
No,
Pope.
but evil. Like I'm older than a lot of you guys, so I'm just saying what's all the values have been turned completely upside down. Good has become bad, and bad has become good.
Yeah,
No.
back in my day, hating women used to be good.
Yeah, guys, didn't you
Back in
know?
my day, hating the transes was a good thing. Now y'all like, oh, femboy this, femboy that. I don't know what this is. It's confusing me. I don't understand. What is this femboy Friday thing?
Yeah,
So
just get
mocking
HIV and
somebody's
die.
not an argument. That's not an argument.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Dio has arguments? That's new. This is the first I'm hearing of them. Can I
No,
hear these
I
arguments?
said
Yeah,
you
what's your
mocking is
argument?
not an
Give us your
argument.
Yeah, sure. As soon as you give me the arguments
You
that from
mocking is
Dio
not
that
an
I'm responding
argument.
to, it's perfectly
You're
fine. I'll start
not.
making
All you're doing is
arguments.
mocking.
Bacon.
So when you mock
mocking him
somebody,
because he
it
doesn't have
doesn't make
arguments.
somebody wrong.
I don't.
Bacon.
It doesn't make him wrong.
Shut up,
Yeah,
Bacon.
I'm mocking
No.
him because he
You
lacks
shut up,
arguments.
Hagar.
If there were arguments,
have
I
to
would
shut up.
respond.
I don't
with them.
have to give. I don't have to give you dumbass. I don't have to give an argument for a preference, right?
Yeah,
You're
if you don't have
fucking
to give an
weird.
argument, then neither do I. I can sit
Hagar
here
with the
and
balls
mock
to
you.
tell me to shut up.
And your fucking
Shut up,
preference
Hagar.
is meaningless.
Hagar, shut up.
If you can't,
Shut up, Hagar.
if you can't defend your preference, that means the preference doesn't hold anything.
Hagar,
Oh,
I
it
don't have to
shut
holds
up.
defend.
something.
I
It
don't have
just
to
isn't
defend
relevant.
why. I don't have to defend why I have to like why I like.
Yeah, I don't have to defend anything.
I don't have to defend why I like strawberry ice cream, dumbass. I just like it, and I think you're fucking weird, and I don't like you. Simple as that.
Yeah, you're weird. Wait, Hagar, did you tell people you're trans?
No.
Why is he calling you trans?
Oh shit! The
Because
truth
there was-
came out.
No, because there was a
Wait,
whole saga
I think
of
you.
people.
I think you just misinterpreted.
Osher just blew your cover, Hagar.
You
Bacon,
completely misinterpreted what I just said.
Bacon, what the fuck are you talking about? He was just asking.
I was asking if she told Dio and said like something like I am
he
trans to
asked
Dio.
in a
and
way
that's why-
to say, "Oh, you finally revealed it."
Bacon, shut up. You're just like trying to.
You're reading it incorrectly.
It's like it's godless started a campaign like maybe a
Like,
year ago.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that
Hagar
meme is still going.
Yes, because
But-
Godless is obsessive.
Honestly,
They are-
I'll
they
be
are,
clear.
look, even
Dio-
even if I'm incorrect, by that, right? Doesn't matter. We have like an overrepresentation of transsexual. I'm not saying
Dio,
that
hop
community.
into your mind
right,
right now.
can I
Let's-
just finish
Sure,
my
go ahead. But I'm
statement
gonna ask
for
you the
your-
question. I'm gonna ask you when you finish.
Sure, I will. I'll let you. Thanks. Well, all I wanted to say is like, despite like, even if I'm wrong about what's her name, Hagar or whatever her name is, like we do have an overrepresentation of like transsexual, and I don't even think like the most. I believe that there's like a certain percentage of those who actually exist, but they're probably like not even vocal about it. Those are the real victims, right? But these fucking like weirdos, right, that come on Discord and there's like they're overrepresented in this community. Yeah, they fucking weird me out. I think it's creepy. It's like pedophilia. It weirds me out. Yeah. So yeah, that's where I stand. You want to ask your question now?
Oh yeah. So the question I was going to ask you is, I this is one thing I've always wondered. So I've run into rooms of people like mocking someone because they're like, I don't know, like wildly unattractive, and they're like, God, this is really disgusting. They are known to be like a cis female, right? But they're like mocking them because like they're, God, this is gross. Like they don't look like very feminine or whatever, so they're mocking them, accusing them of being trans constantly. And I just think about this. So just assuming your mind, right? Assuming assuming the person that you're mocking for being trans is not trans, okay, then you're just mocking like a random cis woman, right? Now, assuming that they are trans, okay, you're mocking someone who is trans. Like, it seems like the best case would be whether they are or they aren't, if you don't know, to just like not mock them for being trans, even if you don't like trans people.
I mean, that's probably fair enough, but I mean,
So then stop.
I said fair enough, but I think that Charles Murray just wrote a recent book called Biodiversity, right, or Human Diversity, excuse me, and like he shows like he's actually a pretty conservative guy, but he does go ahead and he does concede some points and says yes, there is this transsexual community that does exist and it's a real thing, but he says also with a caveat, says it's such a small percentage that no way represents, like you would think if you looked around the world today, you would think that like 50% of the people are homosexual or have bisexual tendencies, and you would think that like 15 to 20% people are transsexual, right? Where the real number is like
Didn't this prove my point?
0.00001. No, but what I'm trying to say is it's obviously a lot of people are trying to take advantage of it, and I bet you the real transsexuals are probably the real victims because they're the ones who
Take
are
advantage
like,
of what?
you know, it's like the virtue signaling stuff, right? It's the real transsexuals, the people who really have this like disorder,
Dio,
whatever it's called. Well, let me
in
finish.
this
I'm almost done. I'm talking. I'm almost finished. I'm almost finished. Let me just finish this final point. I think the real victims, like the real the people who really do have like body dysmorphic disorder or whatever you want to call it, those people, I think Jordan Peterson's right about this, even though I'm not a fanboy. I think those people are probably really quiet. They just want to.
Is he muted? Am I muted?
No,
What
he
happened?
just cut out because he has shitty internet.
The thing I was gonna
Yeah,
say
it's
is it's
just
just so
cutting
weird.
out.
If he thinks that, just assuming Hager's situation here. So the only thing that would make you think that Hager's trans is what's her name? Godless running around saying that she's trans. So as far as other than that, right, which is based off like no evidence, right? Hager doesn't say that she is. So then using Dio's own logic, right? They are quiet, and then Dio should leave them alone. Like I don't. What is this?
No, I'm not talking about. I wasn't specifically talking about Hagar, right? We already have one like Kathleen Tanner, who's like is a sex offender, right?
Okay, but
We
I'm
have
asking you,
evidence of
why are
that.
you bothering Hager? What does this have to do with bothering? Bothering Hager?
Well, it was really targeted towards Brenda. Hagar just got
Theist
caught up in it.
socialist. Pog.
He just wants
But,
an excuse to attack me because he knows I can
Yeah,
out.
Brenda's so loud by existing.
Yeah, I just think I don't know. I mean, I'm not even like a religious man, but you guys.
So, Dio,
some
what do
of
you
you
want
guys,
Brenda to do? Do you want like
so-
Brenda to
so-
like
so-
log
so-
off
so-
Discord? And like, what's the
No,
objective?
no, it's not Brenda. I'm not like I'm far from holding Brenda responsible. I think it's just a general.
Yeah, but you're talking
tendency,
about people being loud, and if I'm saying if they're not doing anything and they're not being quote unquote loud, then what even is the complaint?
You don't think the transsexual community is being loud right now?
I mean, maybe they are, but we're talking about specific people. How is this justifying your treatment of a specific people?
Whatever. You're virtue signaling right now. I'm not.
I'm not
interested
virtue
in that.
signaling. I'm just asking you a question.
You're asking me like why I treat people how I want to treat them, and I treat them how they treat me usually.
Okay,
If they
but
treat me like garbage, I treat them like garbage.
okay, so
So-
you randomly bring up in a
I know.
conversation.
I don't think that's random.
Okay, so you don't think it's random to like attack like a person who's like only vaguely accused of being trans and call them trans like as an insult
No,
multiple
not when
times?
I don't think it's random when they're attacking me. I'm attacking back. No, I don't think that's random at all.
Okay, so if I was talking to you and I just randomly brought up like I don't know the fact that you're a heroin addict, you don't think that'd be random?
I'm not just randomly doing that. They're attacking me. They're saying like I'm
Yeah, and I'm
paranoid
just
and all
saying
that, so
you're attacking me and I'm calling you a heroin addict.
I'm not attacking you.
I was being hypothetical.
Look, I'm just gonna like end this conversation here by just saying I think the whole transsexual community, especially the vocal ones, are weird, and they weird me out.
Okay, so they're
And I don't
weird
even-
and
let me just finish. And I'm not even like a religious man, but you guys make me believe in like there's a heaven and a hell. Some of you guys.
Who's you?
Like I'm just saying, I don't mean you particularly. I'm just saying like what I've noticed on Discord.
What, so people that don't want people discriminating against trans people?
Yeah. Well, you guys are weird.
So people who don't want people discriminating against trans people are weird.
You're weird. You're virtue signaling. I think that's like
Okay,
like,
so hold on a second.
pathology.
So it's
Yeah, moral.
psychopathic to not want trans people to be bullied.
Yeah,
Is-
you're just trying to you're just emotionally using that to emotionally manipulate somebody. That's all you're doing. You're psychopathic. Yeah.
Okay, so you're psychopathic to not. So who are you trying to emotionally manipulate?
Because I don't think anybody thinks that you genuinely care about Hagar, right? You're just trying to
I mean, Hager in particular. No, not really.
No, right. So or Brenda, you're just trying to like emotionally.
I mean, I
manipulate them,
just so to
fuck
be
off.
clear, I just generally so as much as you find it distasteful for people to be trans, I find it incredibly distasteful for people to be rude to people for being trans. I don't know, it viscerally disgusts me. I don't know if you're gonna call it virtue signaling, but it actually grosses. Like I don't think grosses because it's not anger. I just like I don't know. I don't like it.
Well, you have that right to feel that way. I mean, you can't help the way you feel.
Yeah, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It doesn't seem. It seems to be more generally like if there's some like arbitrary reason or characteristic
I'm
of a
just
person,
gonna
you
put it
probably
this
shouldn't
way.
be rude to them about it.
I'm just gonna put it this way. I have my beliefs. Like, what are you gonna do about it?
I'm not even objecting to a belief here. I'm just saying I don't think so. If we're talking about the view that trans people shouldn't be discriminated against, do you think that's an abnormal view?
You don't think discrimination is a good thing?
I mean, I guess it depends on the reason why and the reason for. And I'm specific in the case of on the grounds of people being trans. No, I don't know what would justify that.
Yeah, well, I think free association discrimination is good.
Wait, I'm not saying that. Wait, I'm saying that discrimination can be good. I'm just saying that in this particular case, I don't see the justification for it. Right? I might discriminate against someone who's a known rapist. I wouldn't want them, like, I don't know, working in a school or something. But that would be discrimination. But there would be a justification there. I don't see the justification for discriminating against trans people, especially not like on a Discord server. I don't see the purpose.
It's just like transsexualism I mean, at least what I can ascertain from it, it just seems like, you know how like
You don't have any reasoning, basically. You
like,
don't have any reasoning.
so like you know how like you know how like you'll have like so in nature what you'll see a lot of times is you'll have things that actually can hurt you, like that's like the wasp, right? And then you'll have like other things that look like the wasp that can't hurt you, but they kind of like mimic the wasp like look in order to like look frightened, but they're not really frightened. I think similar situations happen with the trans. Like these people are actually just homosexuals who are trying to prance around as if they're females. I mean, they're just mimicking, right? That's all that's happening.
Okay,
it's
so
fucking weird.
I could just grant
Yeah.
this. I don't understand. How would this then so I don't believe this, but let's just say it's true for the sake of argument. How would this be a justification for discriminating against them?
It's weird. I mean, it's just like you're.
Okay, is that a reason
It's getting to the point where like you're gonna have to sleep. Like if you're white, you're gonna have to sleep with like a black person to prove that you're not racist. In order not to prove that you're not like in order to prove in order to prove and no, it's already happened. In order to prove, we've already seen it. We've already seen it in pornography. People have been fired.
And before
right,
the
in
white
pornography.
People have
been fired. People have been fired in pornography for not wanting to sleep with black men. For example,
enforced
because they were called racist.
miscongenation. Yes.
So it's getting to the point where if you don't sleep with a trans or you don't sleep with like a homosexual, then you're homophobic.
Wait,
you guys,
are you a
it's
porn
fucking
star?
weird.
Wait, Dio, are you a porn star?
I'm strangely intrigued.
Dio, are you a
with
porn
this.
star?
Well, that's
I
what
don't think
Dennis
so.
Riley even said in a YouTube video.
Dio, are you a porn star?
Wait,
Can you justify that, please?
Dio, are you a porn star?
Wait, Method, what I find interesting is that he always references porn for some reason for his arguments, as in like.
Yeah, this is so weird.
No, I didn't reference porn. I referenced porn.
Dennis Riley said that if you're a straight man and you won't date trans, that you are transphobic.
Dennis Riley. Do you think Dennis Riley speaks for the entirety of
yeah,
the
I'm
trans community?
I mean, also to defend the proposition.
Did I say that?
No, to defend the proposition, if the sole reason is because they're trans and then not some other property, then I mean, probably, yeah, that seems accurate.
I think the more important question is what rights do trans people have that anybody else doesn't have?
Yeah, that's a good question. If we're talking, are we talking about like de jure legal rights? Probably like none. But I don't think that's what the implication is.
It just seems like you guys are far more like intolerant than the people on the right.
Wait, who am I intolerant of?
What does this have to do with like being on the
I'm
right
just
or
saying
on the
people.
left?
I'm just saying people on the left just seem much more.
I mean,
well,
like
it's kind of like that
I'm
encompasses.
hardly on the
transsexualism.
left. I don't know. I'm on the peripheries.
Notice how like he always has to resort to calling people a rightist or a leftist.
A leftist.
It's a very convenient shortcut. I agree.
Yeah, but I'm just asking what the justification is. Like, if you had a good justification, right, for discriminating against trans people, right, then okay, power to us, we should do it. But it doesn't seem like there is, so I don't know. I object to it. That seems pretty reasonable to me.
I don't think saying that something's weird is like actually even discrimination, right? It's just, like,
Oh, well, if that's
weird.
all we're doing is just you're personally saying it's weird, then I don't see the issue is. But it seems like you're implying that more generally there should be discrimination and there should be like actions like taken against them or something along those lines.
I never said that. I never.
Okay, then what were you talking about when you said the discrimination?
It's actually the trans people that are discriminating against other people. That's what's really happening.
Shut up.
Because like why? Because I'm
Hagar,
right.
you're being-
Because
Hagar,
I'm
you're
right.
being
Okay.
really unfair.
I'll shut
Just
up
let
because
Bacon Bone talk.
Hagar's scared of what I'm saying.
Hagar,
Go ahead,
just,
Hagar.
no, Bacon Bone, you can talk. Hagar, just let Bacon Bone talk. What you do when people are crazy is you let them speak, and then when they've run out of ammunition and fuel, then you just go talking with them. So go ahead, Bacon. Tell us how you're at this point.
No, that's all right. That's fine.
No, I really
Hagar
want
doesn't want to hear
Tell us
me.
how you're at this
No,
point.
Hagar doesn't want to hear me. That's fine. I'll shut up.
No, go ahead, bitch. Come
No,
on.
go ahead. We want to hear it. Tell us how the Earth is flat.
Yes, tell us like.
Wow, the Earth isn't flat. Wait, you think the Earth is flat?
Oh my
Wow.
God, it's sarcasm.
But I mean, it's just like I've actually tried to like put myself in like a person on the left, and when I say the left, I encompass like homosexual, the alphabet group as well. Like I actually do like. I just call you guys the alphabet group.
Yeah,
violated-
LGBTQQAXMRT, whatever the fuck.
I actually tried to like
It's
be
actually kind of,
empathetic and
like,
put and
cute.
I actually tried
That's
to
the
see the
thing.
world from like your perspective, right? But you're so fucking arrogant and prideful that you can't
That's
even put
not
yourself
the
in my
leftist
shoes.
perspective, you
I don't-
dumbass.
So,
That's just
are
a
you
I just wanna
progressive.
die.
The only
Are you-
reason, the
Yeah,
only
it
reason, the
encompasses
only
that.
reason, the
Of
only
substance.
reason I have a blanket opposition to discriminating against people if it's unjustified is because it just seems to be worse for society in general to do those things. I don't have some some principled objection to like discriminating against people or something. Like if you want to
Do you
make
know
a neighborhood
Nadia?
that's exclusive of gay people, yeah, I do. What about them?
Yeah, Nadia said that all Christians and conservatives should be killed.
Oh yeah, I didn't
if they
argue.
don't
I was
conform-
arguing with her about that.
Okay, all right. I think that's what people like that.
Yeah, I don't
who,
think those people are
make
that
it-
common.
Okay, well, they're
Wait.
becoming more
Dead by
common.
association?
I mean, they're becoming more common because of people like you.
No,
and Dio.
there's not. I'm not saying that every person is
common.
like that.
The only reason,
I'm saying
the
that
only
there are
reason people
some
are like that
people
is
like that.
you.
Oh my god. The reason these people exist because of radicals like you and fucking Dio.
I take no responsibility.
I'm not a radical. What are you talking
For every Dio, there's a radical feminist running around talking about cutting
How-
off
Yeah,
women's balls.
and I can.
How am I radical?
Wait, Bacon. Hold on a second. You're so stupid. I can do the same fucking argument right back at you. You're so fucking dumb, right? All I have to do is say the only reason why there's a Dio is because there's a fucking Brenda. You fucking moron.
What?
Yeah, but
Why would you exist just because Brenda exists? That doesn't make any sense. So just because
stupid,
a
you
trans
There's the people
You're not
that
following
exist
all.
and the people discriminate.
I have
some radical. How am I radical?
The existence of a group doesn't entail discrimination.
yeah.
It really,
discrimination
you know,
does require the
it's,
group.
this is not. This the only way this is going to be solved. I mean, like, I'm not making any threats, right? I want to make that clear. I think the only way this is going to be solved is the only way that this is going to be solved is through violence. I think.
Yes, my mother died.
I'm just amazed at how much
Wait, that sounds
power.
really weird.
How much power?
Oh, not
I
my
have
actual
over
mother. I'm playing a
Dio.
game.
Wait. Hold on. Dio, so the reason you exist is because a trans person exists and therefore you should be a piece of shit to the trans person.
No, I was mocking what. You're so stupid. You
No, that's not what Dio's saying. You completely twisted what he said, Hagar. You're so dumb. And why did you call me a bitch? Have I called you any names, Hagar?
Yes, you have. Anyway, Bacon Bone, why do you even exist?
Sure.
Like,
What name did I call you, Hagar?
can you please lower your damn mic sensitivity? You're like super loud.
What name did I call you, Hagar?
You've called me like several names before. This isn't something
Sure.
I-
What did I call you? Yeah. What did I call you? I haven't
don't
called you
know.
any names.
Yes, you have.
Yeah. There you go. Making more false accusations. Can't prove shit.
The only difference between the only difference between the left and the right is that the left doesn't believe in God. I think that's basically the main difference.
There's literally right-wing atheists and like fascists who support like.
No one said it was an absolute fucking truth, moron. It's just generally speaking.
That's what literally you said, idiot.
I love that Hagar makes a claim and can't back it up that I've called Hagar names. That's so funny. That's hilarious.
Because you're uninteresting. You're fucking boring.
What names have I called you? No, oh, good excuse. Nice deflection. Very good.
Hey, Hagar. Life is short, but hell is eternal.
I don't fucking know what that means, nor do I care. Also, why are mods just allowing Bacon Bone to always obstruct conversations, interrupt, and always chime in with like nothing interesting to say? It just
How am I obstructing?
Oh my god, this constant bitching.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on, Hagar. This is a public forum where everybody is allowed to put in their 2 cents worth.
You could start by lowering your. You could start by lowering your.
Okay. You lower me on your end. You're interrupting me. Why can't I interrupt you? Why can't I interrupt you? You're interrupting me.
Lower your mic sensitivity first, and then you can actually have a conversation.
No, you lower my mic sensitivity on your end.
Okay. Hey, Hagar.
Bacon, I'm talking about you, all this bitching.
On an unrelated note, are you an Jesus Christ, man? On an unrelated note, are you an anarcho-capitalist?
No, fuck no. What is wrong with you?
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right.
She's a full-on communist, I believe.
Oh, you're a communist? Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Why would you think oh my god, shut the fuck up. I'm talking to him. Don't interrupt me, you piece of shit. Anyway.
I didn't know you were fixing to say something, and as soon as you started talking, I stopped, didn't I?
Anyway,
Thank you, Hagar, for defending me.
Anyway,
you so much.
Hard Tyler, why would you assume a name cap?
I thought I heard somebody say that, but I guess I must have got that wrong. Because your disposition didn't seem ANCAP, that's why.
I don't know if Jack will speak to me, but I really was curious about Jack response to the possibility that the neocons were like a form of like communism in disguise.
No.
Like I was just because Trotsky,
What do you think?
so the neocon. No, the Trotsky ice. So there was like you're right, the
We know
Stalinists,
the
right? Who
stupid
believe it.
like conspiracy that like
So
the former
no,
Trotskyists became
they
neocons over
were.
time.
That's
Wait,
not a
that's not a
conspiracy. They
conspiracy.
were.
That's actually true.
No, but like the right makes it out to be some kind of conspiracy
Hager,
when
it's literally not a
No,
conspiracy.
but no,
That's actually what
I'm trying.
happened. Like
What?
Bill
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no,
Crystal,
So
no, no, no,
Bill
no, no.
Crystal, and
I
a bunch of
know.
other people who
No,
first
I'm
speak.
aware. No, I'm aware. But
yeah,
for
but
some
I
reason,
wanted to. Let me just finish the
up.
point, please,
But
Hager.
for
Calm down.
some,
Take your medicine.
for some reason, the right makes it out to be some sort of conspiracy when it's not.
No, but so the idea, like with Stalinists, right, is that they believe they could have like communism in like one country, whereas like the
What do
Trotskyites
Stalinists
and the
have
Leninists,
anything to
right?
do with
They
this?
let me finish, dumb bitch. Shut
You
up.
do,
Let me finish.
you
Let the
do,
men talk.
you do
Let
realize
the
it's
big boys talk. Let the big boys talk. Just calm
why? Wait,
down.
so
Let me
you
make
wanna
my point.
wait,
And
wait,
you don't
you
even
wanna
know what my point's gonna be. You
no,
don't
no, no,
even
you
know what
already
my
made a
point's gonna
mistake.
be.
You already made a
Oh
mistake.
my
No, I
God!
didn't.
Just let
Shut
him
up.
talk.
Let
Okay.
me just finish my point. So the idea is like you had to have everyone. If I understand, I don't know that much about communism, but what I do understand is that you have to have everyone on the same. You have to have everyone on the same page in order for communism to actually work, right? So I was thinking that it was possible that the neocons were actually like because they were ex-Trotskyites that they. But the idea was to have like neoliberalism, to have like unbridled capitalism, and that way they could turn over. They could like accelerate to communism by having capitalism unbridled, right? Does that? I don't know if Jack will respond to me, but I was curious what Jack's take on that is.
He's not in the
I'm not
VC.
like he's not okay. He's not going to respond to that, but it just seems that way because I mean, it just seems weird that like Trotskyites would all of a sudden become like fucking conservatives and capitalists. Doesn't that seem weird?
No, it isn't. Some people just ditch communism. It's not that hard to conceive. Some people leave the left and some people leave the right. This isn't new.
Wait, so is the claim that accelerationism is a like a myth, or is it like it was true and it's not anymore?
Leo wants to make it out to be that the whole purpose the Trotskyites converted to neoconservatism is because of accelerationism, which doesn't make any sense to me.
That's correct. That's correct.
Yeah,
That's
so
my
like
point.
that's the easiest.
Oh,
way
that's
to-
kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. And like again, I said it really easily in like 5 seconds, unlike you. So like another thing.
Well,
I'd like to
why did like Bill Kristol all of a sudden, as soon as Trump got elected, they became Democrats?
So another thing I'd like to correct you on is that
Wait,
you said Stalinist.
because his foreign policy is completely contrary to neocons, and he wouldn't acknowledge or listen to any of the foreign policy experts he himself appointed.
Well, no, you're saying because he doesn't follow like the neocon agenda that they no longer care about
Yeah,
being
you mean the
conservative
ones
enough.
he appointed? You're correct. He does things that are complete. Like he doesn't follow any agenda. He's pretty inconsistent.
That's probably true.
So if you have foreign policy objectives, you're probably not gonna like him.
Yeah, he has great. He's doing great on foreign policy.
Are
Love
you
Trump.
trolling?
He's wonderful. No.
Who are you talking about,
This
Trump?
is Bacon Bone. This is Bacon Bone. Not
Yeah,
engaging.
Trump's doing great.
Yep.
Wait,
Yep.
hold on,
He's
hold
doing
on.
great.
So the Iran conflicts, that he did great there.
Yeah, he did a great job.
Soleimani, he did great with Soleimani.
Yeah, that was a good decision. That was a brilliant decision.
Well, actually, all I hear is like the right being attacked, right? I just want to know what your stance is, Astra.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Join
Yeah, what's
Corinthian
your
War.
role?
I'm against Venice.
What's your?
Wait, I'm playing a game. Just hold on a second.
Can I just respond
Well, no,
quickly?
I can just ask somebody else. I don't want to wait for you. Like the
Hold
world
on.
Well, then
doesn't
don't
rotate.
ask me.
Dio, like you did say something stupid. Like you Stalinist. I don't know why. You do know that Stalinists and Trotskyites are opposed to one another. Just FYI.
Yes, that was my entire point, dumbass.
No,
Yeah,
but
it's point
Like
is that
some
they're.
Sunni Shia shit.
Yeah, his point is
Exactly
that
what I was saying.
they're doing accelerationism.
makes sense.
Where's their capital?
It's basically socialism in one country, a worldwide
Well, I
revolution.
mean, what's your like your plan? You think just open borders, just like money for everyone? Like what's your plan, Hager? Tell me your
If you're a
worldview,
capitalist,
sweetheart.
open borders
Why
are
would I?
base, though.
Wait. Why would I want money for everyone?
What do you want?
Oh,
Give me
shit.
your worldview.
You don't think it's my view to like abolish currency or money? Why would I
So
want money
I'm
for
asking you.
everyone?
Why do you think I'm
Anarchy,
asking you,
bitch.
dumbass?
What did you say?
I said, well, why do you think I'm asking you? I'm asking you, what do you think? You should just get shit for free? What do you want? Like, what's your worldview look like?
My goal is communism. Is that really that much to like for you to understand?
So basically, mean like you want like you don't want to have to work, basically.
No, you can work.
All right, what are you gonna do? What's your skills?
I don't know, maybe farm? Never know.
Farm? I don't think we need farmers because all that shit's automated for the most part.
Yeah, not all the time. Depends on the technology.
We don't need farmers.
Hey,
Uh,
guys, dumb answers are hilarious.
How are they
Yeah,
dumb
she's so
answers?
down.
All right, I'm back. So what
I
was your
can
question?
work. I'm gonna be a farmer in communism. You can work if you want to, but you ain't got to.
I didn't need to though. You have to be self-sufficient. I don't think that's even like say.
Well, there's just like a finite amount of resources, right? And it's just some people are gonna have to die and not gonna be able to support themselves, and some people
The
are
thing
going
is
to.
that you're
So
assuming it's post scarcity.
it is. I think they are. Are you kidding me?
I mean, personally, I don't like see post scarcity, so like I don't know why you assumed I wasn't assuming post scarcity.
Do you not? Do you think that? Do you think that resources are scarce, or do you think that they're infinite?
I don't think resources are infinite. No.
Okay, so some people are gonna just have to do without, right?
Sure.
But you're talking to someone who's actually living in poverty right now, so I'm not like advocating for capitalism, right? But I'm just simply saying that like you're gonna have finite resources, and it's just like you're not gonna be able to like have this like
Don't believe
utopia
in infinite.
communism.
I don't believe in infinite resources. What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, so what's the solution then?
I don't know. Like just work.
Just work? All right, got it.
Sure.
Wow,
I don't think that's contentious.
just work. All right.
The only difference is that you're not a wage slave and you're not getting paid for the things you do.
I don't agree with the current system of payment. I think it's pretty atrocious.
Fine, go ahead and talk to Method. You're boring.
Yeah, what do you want?
Oh, like
I just
because I'm
fucked up.
agreeing with you. You're like, oh my god, he agrees with me.
I'm gonna kill my husband.
Yeah, because you just want to attack. You don't want to like come to some type of like common agreement.
I don't think you're interesting. Just go ahead and
Yeah,
talk to
no,
Method.
the people on the left, like
Can
you
I
just
kill him?
like hate field.
I can kill him, right?
See, you just hate field. You just want something to attack.
If I assassinate him, can he die?
Video game or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then 3, and I believe that Intel are going to be under an immense amount of pressure. I'm hearing that AMD.
Is this a recording? What is this? Wait, am I disconnected? Am I deafened? Where am
No,
I?
you're here. Method, calm down.
What's going on? I'm just confused because like
what
I
year
heard
is
this,
it?
like,
What year
weird,
is
like-
it?
I
I heard this
you.
like weird radio transmission thing, and then all of a sudden like I was
Am I
gone.
deafened?
Wait,